All right, good Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Gerard. Check of the tropics this morning. This is the talk of the town right now because we have to take our time this weekend to prepare. You should already have your preparation kits all up to date and ready to go. But this is the kind of a weekend where you may want to just go and check your panels and your shutters and all the hardware and make sure you know where your ladder is and just kind of get everything ready in case we're going to do a watch or a warning. You need to put all that stuff up. You know, just kind of take an inventory of what's in those kits as far as water, batteries, flashlights, and things like that. Tropical Storm Ian, the satellite looking down from outer space. It's a pretty well organized batch of thunderstorms, although we're not really noticing the outflow or the inflow just yet that you typically see with well-developed cyclones. But it's just a matter of time before we start getting what we call ventilation in all directions, and that's when it will really intensify quickly. We expect that to happen as it goes past the Caymans later this weekend or early, maybe Sunday night or early Monday morning, and then make a big turn into the Gulf of Mexico. But that's the way it looks right now, the big red spot. That's it. That's the troublemaker that we're going to be keeping our eyes on over the next several days at the very least. The 5 o'clock advisory on Ian, top winds now 45 miles an hour. Hurricane hunters are going to be going in there again this morning. One crew leaves, another one goes in. So the next crew is on the way. We'll get better updates, more comprehensive updates as we go through the day today. And, you know, of course, the advisories will become a little more confident, I guess you could say, as far as the forecast track goes. The more data that comes in, the more confidence we feel in those updated computer model forecasts. See, the track has pretty much been west to west-northwest over the past couple of days, and now pushing to the south of Jamaica, moving off to the west at 14. It's going to slow down a little bit, then make a bit of a right-hand turn later tomorrow, and then a sharp right-hand turn up into the eastern Gulf as we head toward early next week. There are a couple of watches out, a tropical storm watch for Jamaica and a hurricane watch for the Caymans, but no other watches or warnings in effect at this time, at least not yet. So the forecast cone has shifted a little bit to the west, just a little bit to the west. I hazard to say that because I hesitate to say that because I don't want you to think that we're in the clear, because 2/3 of the time the track is exactly inside the cone, but you know, about 35% of the time it comes outside the cone. So we don't want that to be one of these situations. Could be a major hurricane bearing down on the west coast of Florida as we head toward sometime on Wednesday. That would leave us on what we call the dirty side or the stronger side, but how far away is going to be the million-dollar question here, whether we see a direct hit or just a glancing blow. The spaghetti plots have shifted a little bit farther to the west, but again, we're still on the stronger side of this system. That's something that bears watching. So here are the 5 main things you need to keep an eye on. Still a lot of uncertainty. Prepare now for the worst case scenario. Even if it goes farther west, let's not assume that's going to happen. Regardless of the track, we will be impacted because we're on the stronger right-hand side. Flooding, rain, and because we're on the right-hand side, we've always got that risk of tornadoes to keep an eye on as well. That'll be mainly Monday into Tuesday. And then severe wind damage is possible, not just flooding, but wind damage if we're close enough to the center. So one of the reasons why this is going to explode is look at the sea surface temperatures of 80 degrees. But when it gets up to this spot right here, northwestern Caribbean Sea, that's where the water temperatures are over 85 degrees. And that's where we expect a lot of rapid strengthening. But the steering flow is something we'll keep an eye on. The upper level winds or the jet stream is going to be digging down to the south. It's either going to pick this up and steer it right over us, which we don't want, or it's going to go past us, not pick it up. It'll wind up over the northwestern Gulf of Mexico. So, you know, that's why there's so much uncertainty. There's a lot of moving parts in play right now. Showers and storms today, 87 degrees. And looking long range, it's going to be kind of a wet forecast even outside of the tropics. Scattered showers and storms likely tomorrow and Monday as well. Then we'll have to watch out for some wind and possible damage from a possible hurricane Tuesday, Wednesday. And then things slowly get a little bit better, but not until Thursday and Friday. Back with much more in just a few minutes.